لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك
الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيد الأنبياء والمرسلين أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الصلاة والسلام عليك يا رسول الله وعلى آلك وأصحابك يا حبيب الله الصلاة والسلام عليك يا نبي الله وعلى آلك وأصحابك يا نور الله. Dear Islamic brothers, dear viewers and listeners of Madani channel, we welcome you to this silsila, this special silsila. And in these days, many people have gone to the blessed Haramain Sharifain, that is the blessed cities of Makkah al-Mukarramah and Madinatul Munawwarah. This is the Hajj season. It is also the season where people will be buying or have already bought their sacrificial animals for Qurbani, for Udhiyah. Now inshallah ta'ala in this silsila we will discuss in brief some rulings, basic rulings, the benefits of performing your sacrifice, the Qurbani or Udhiyah, and many other Madani pearls inshallah ta'ala. So stay with us from beginning to end. At the very beginning, in fact, make as many good intentions as you can, that I will listen, I will see this silsila from beginning to end as much as I can for the pleasure of Allah Azza wa Jal. I will note down, I will write down the important points and try to implement this. I will try to practice upon it. I will try to encourage it amongst my family members, my children, my friends, and people of my society. In this way, whatever other good intentions you can make them now, inshallah ta'ala, to gain maximum thawab and rewards. Indeed, there are countless benefits and blessings when it comes to the recitation of salawat, of durood and salam upon Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Listen to a very beautiful narration, a very beautiful hadith with regards to the benefits and the thawab one can get by reciting durood or salawat. Our beloved Master, the knower of the unseen, the owner of Jannah, Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alaihi wasallam has stated, perform Fard Hajj, indeed its reward is greater than that of participating in 20 ghazwat, and reciting durood, salawat upon me once is equal to this. Subhanallah. Sallu ala al-Habib sallallahu ta'ala ala Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Salatu wa salaman alayka ya Sayyidi ya Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Perhaps one may ask, which du'as should I recite before sacrificing the animal? Our Shaykh al-Tariqat Amir Ahl Sunnah Dawud Barakatuhul Aliyah has included this as well in his famous risala, his famous booklet called Piebald Horse Rider. We should recite this du'a. Inshallah ta'ala, if we can memorize, it is better. If we cannot, then open this booklet. You may download from our website, dawudslami.net, or purchase it as well. This dua is included in this booklet. Inni wajjahtu wajhiya lilladhi fatara as-samawati wal arda hanifan wa ma ana min al-mushrikeen. Inna salati wa nusuki wa mahyaya wa mamati lillahi rabbil alameen. La sharika lah. وَبِذَلِكَ أُمِرْتُ وَأَنَا مِنَ الْمُسْلِمِينَ. Translation: I have turned my face towards the one who has created the heavens and the earth, devoting myself solely to him. And I am not from amongst the polytheists. Undoubtedly, my salah, my sacrifices, my life, and my death are all for Allah Azza wa Jal, the Rabb of the universe, the Lord of the universe. He has no partner. This is what I have been commanded, and I am of the Muslims. Now place your right foot on the right side of the neck of the animal and reciting Allahumma laka wa minka Bismillahi Allahu Akbar. Sacrifice the animal quickly with a sharp knife. Ensure the knife is sharp. If the sacrificing person is performing his own sacrifice, then he should recite the following dua after sacrificing the animal. Allahumma taqabbal minni كما تقبلت من خليلك إبراهيم عليه الصلاة والسلام وحبيبك محمد صلى الله تعالى عليه وآله وسلم. O Allah Azza wa Jal, from me, accept from me as you accepted from your Khalil, your friend, Ibrahim ala nabiyyina wa alayhi salatu wasalam, and from your beloved Muhammad sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam. If the person who is sacrifices the animal on behalf of the performer of sacrifice, he should mention the name of the performer of the sacrifice, having read in this dua min instead of reading minni. At the time of sacrificing, the sacrificing person should not place his foot onto the stomach, the abdomen of the animal, because at times ingested fodder also comes out along with the blood. Sallu ala al-Habib sallallahu ta'ala ala Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. These du'as are very good to read. With good intentions we can get thawab and rewards as well. But if one does not read these du'as, then there's no harm in this. Now determine the direction of the qibla before making the animal lie down, as turning it towards the qibla while it's already on the ground by dragging it. This is very and extremely painful for the animal. We should never do dhulm and oppression or harm, physical harm, etc. to any person, even any animal. Our Islam, our beautiful deen teaches us even mercy towards animals. So before you put the animal, make it lie on the ground, face it towards the qibla, then gently put it down, as gently as you possibly can. Sever and cut the 4 veins, or at least 3 while sacrificing. Do not cut more than 4 veins, such as the knife touches the neck joint, causing unnecessary suffering for the animal. Dhulm and oppression and physical harm, etc., we should never do. Again, our Islam does not teach us this. Ensure the knife is absolutely sharp, so the sacrifice takes place quickly. Ensure the animal has enough food, has enough water, so it does not be hungry, thirsty, and you're sacrificing in this manner, in this method. Remember, animals, they are animals. They cannot express their sufferings, their feelings. And in any way we should not do oppression or dhulm. It is stated on page 259 of Bahari Shariat, volume 16, that oppressing an animal is worse than oppressing a dhimmi disbeliever. And oppressing a dhimmi disbeliever is worse than oppressing even a Muslim, as no one is the guardian of the animal except Allah Azza wa Jal. Who else will protect the miserable animal from oppression? That animal is also a creation of Allah Azza wa Jal. Show mercy to the animal. If we do not show mercy on others, how can we expect Allah Azza wa Jal, who is the most merciful, to have mercy upon us? It is a sunnah for the performer of the sacrifice to sacrifice the animal with his or her own hands. Likewise, being present there at that place of sacrifice with the intention of gaining thawab, with the intention of gaining reward for our akhirah, our hereafter, is also a sunnah for that person. As for standing around where the sacrifice is taking place, just for pleasure, for enjoyment, to see the blood, to see the slaughtering, the cutting, these kind of things, and deriving pleasure from this. Similarly, smiling, laughing aloud, enjoying the misery of the helpless animal. Some people do this, unfortunately. All these acts are signs of ghaflat, which means heedlessness and negligence. We should never do this for this purpose. There should be the intention of acting upon the sunnah at the time of sacrifice. Therefore, deriving pleasure from seeing the animal in such a state of shaking and the blood oozing out, this scene, we should never do it for this purpose. Do it when you are there, when you're sacrificing your animal, or you attending maybe at the family's house, a friend's house, or any place at the farm, etc. Then make good intentions. Why waste opportunities for gaining good deeds, for gaining thawab and reward. What good intentions can we make? Our Bapa Jan Shaykh Tariqat Amir Ahl Sunnat Damud Barakatuhum Al-Aliyah has given us few intentions at this place even, that as I am sacrificing this animal today in the path of Allah Azza wa Jal, then likewise I will sacrifice even my life, if required, in the path of Allah Azza wa Jal. Similarly, at the time of the sacrifice of the animal, one should also make the intention of slaughtering the evil nafs and refraining from sins in the future. This nafs, nafsul ammara, which is always commanding us towards evil actions, evil desires, evil thoughts, this carnal self, this base self, carnal desires, that nafs which is there, think and have this intention. Like we are sacrificing the animal, I am slaughtering this evil nafs as well. So I will refrain, inshallah ta'ala, from as many and all sins as I can. One should have mercy on the animal at the time of sacrifice and ponder, think that if we were being sacrificed in the place of the animal, if we were being cut, how would we be able to bear it? So have mercy on the animal. And having mercy on the animal at the time of sacrifice is an act of thawab, is an act of reward. A blessed hadith says that once a companion, a sahabi radiyallahu ta'ala an, told Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wasallam that he had mercy on the animal at the time of sacrificing. The beloved and blessed Rasul sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wasallam replied, if you have mercy on the animal, Allah Azza wa Jal will have mercy on you. Subhanallah. Therefore we desire Allah Azza wa Jal's mercy. Have mercy on our animals. Have mercy on each other as well. Now, if in the case of performing sacrifice by taking a share in a big animal, like a camel, bull, etc., it is absolutely necessary to distribute the meat equally amongst the shareholders by weighing its meat properly. Approximation here will not be allowed. If the participants happily forgive each other for excess or less distribution of meat, like someone is given more meat while another is given less, then even this is not sufficient either. However, if all the participants, they live in one family, and therefore this will be distributed and consumed by the family altogether, or the participants do not want to take their share, then there is no need to weigh this meat in this case. Here is a very important ruling, Islamic ruling, a Shari'i matter, that if you do not take precautions, then your sacrifice can be wasted and you can be a sinner as well. Only contact if you are giving your meat to any organization or institution. So give your meat only and only to such Sunni institutions that have absolutely correct Islamic beliefs and that conforms completely to Shari'i and Islamic rulings. Instead of demanding the meat of your share in advance, permit the representative of the institution whom you have authorized to perform the sacrifice for you in such words. For example, that if you do so in such words, then inshallah ta'ala, the risk of indulging in sins will be removed from both parties. In which words? For example, tell them, I give full authority to you from the expense of purchasing the sacrificial animal to its sacrifice. Example, its fare, its fodder, the wage for the one who skins the animal, etc. And for donating its meat, its hide, its skin, the chain, the rope, whatever decorations are on the animal, to whomever you like, including the authority for spending the remaining money on any permissible task. If we do so in this manner, inshallah ta'ala, we will save ourselves from many sins. Inshallah ta'ala, our sacrifice will be accepted in the court of Allah Azza wa Jal, and we will gain much rewards, inshallah ta'ala. Therefore, by distributing our meat to others, especially poor Muslims, just imagine that those poor Muslims, they don't have the resources, they don't have wealth, but we are enjoying our Eid. We are enjoying sacrificing of the animals, distributing the meat to our family members, keeping some of the meat. This is allowed. As our ulama ikram have stated, best way is to give 1/3 to family members, give one third to those who are poor and needy, and keep 1/3 for yourself. If you want to keep everything for yourself, there's no problem in this. But if you would give to a poor Muslim in particular, how happy they would be, what dua they would make for you. If you would give to family members, subhanallah, they would make dua for you, you would cement those family ties to some extent as well. There are many benefits for us or for those who are giving sadaqat. Sadaqat is what? Charity. Indeed, it is mentioned in the blessed hadith, the reference of Sunan Tirmidhi, that indeed sadaqah, charity, extinguishes the wrath of Allah Azza wa Jal and distances bad death. Subhanallah. Sadaqah, charity. Correct your link with Allah Azza wa Jal by remembering Him abundantly and giving sadaqah in abundance, secretly and openly. If you do so, you will be provided with sustenance and help, and your problems will be solved. Another beautiful hadith, subhanallah. How many problems we have today? Ask any person. Some calamity, some difficulty, some kind of negativity is there in that person's life. We are missing the solutions. These are the solutions that our beloved Rasul sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam is giving to us. Furthermore, listen to another beautiful hadith. Sadaqah and charity prevents 70 types of afflictions. 70, out of which the slightest or the most least affliction includes the disfigurement of the body and white spots on the body as well. Good deeds save from a bad death. Calamities and destructions, those who perform good deeds in the world will indeed receive goodness in the hereafter. Subhanallah. Imagine, good deeds, it saves a person from a bad death, it saves a person from calamities and destructions. And we know, as mentioned, how many of us have calamities, how many of us have so many losses that are there, whether it's family loss, whether it's loss of our property, of our wealth, our resources. These are solutions from the truthful lips of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. If we follow this, if we implement these things in our life, then inshallah ta'ala, we will see the rewards, we will witness the rewards in this world, inshallah ta'ala, in the qabr, in the grave, and in the hereafter. Therefore, give your meats whatever you can. Keep for yourself, give your meats to your family members, give to the poor Muslims, put a smile on their face, make them happy. They will make dua, inshallah ta'ala, you don't know whose dua is accepted. So dear viewers and listeners of Madani channel, we would like to leave you now, but encourage you, please try to practice on the Madani In'amat program, Madani In'amat booklet, not just to fill it out, but to practice and implement it in our life. We will see changes in our life as well. We will see changes in the mahol, in the environment of our homes. It will become a Madani environment, Islamic environment. Those Islamic brothers who are there, try to travel with the Madani qafilas as well. This silsila, most help I have taken from the beautiful risala and booklet of Shaykh al-Tariqat Amir Ahl Sunnat, the founder of Dawud Islami, Hazrat Allama Maulana Abu Bilal Muhammad Ilyas al-Qadri, Dam Barakatuhum al-Aliyah. His beautiful booklet called Piebald Horse Rider. And this booklet has much information, other benefits also, and bounties of Allah Azza wa Jal for us, for those who are performing the sacrifice of this Qurbani of Udhiyah. So I urge you, I encourage you, purchase this or online, download it from our website, dawudislami.net, share it with others as well. After you read it, distribute it to others with good intentions, we will gain more rewards, inshallah ta'ala. May Allah Azza wa Jal grant us the ability to understand, the ability and the enthusiasm to learn our beautiful deen of Islam and to follow in the footsteps of the perfect lifestyle of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the blessed sunnah, and with the intention of pleasing Allah Azza wa Jal and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ameen bijahin Nabil Ameen sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك